So I know a lot of you guys watching this video have clicked to really get a grasp of what a spiritual awakening is. And I'm going to tell you. I know you guys, some of you guys are young, some of you guys are a little older and mature. This works for all walks of life. Doesn't matter the color, race, gender, height, size, don't matter. It's not on you, it's in you. Okay? So, let me first start off by saying this, okay? This is motivation for y'all to stop wasting time. This is motivation for y'all to get up off your ass and to make something out of yourself, because what you see is what you are. What you say is who you are. And what you do is how you act. That's simple, right? What I found, right? What I found with people, 18. I want y'all to remember that number, 18. It's something about that number 18. 18 is a very spiritual number, and go figure, because 1 plus 8 in gematria is 9, and 9 is the number of completion and refreshing. It's a number, And so when you think about it, those of y'all who have graduated high school, y'all know what I'm talking about. 18 is always that age. And for me, when I was 17, turning 18, I knew this is about to be one of the biggest breaking points in my life. Give y'all a little backstory. On an outsider looking in, I had a terrible basketball career. I was busting their ass in practice, but I wasn't getting no playing time. Y'all know how senior night, you're supposed to get, applauded and congratulated for you being a senior, and you're supposed to play in the game, right? Whether it be soccer, baseball, football, basketball, swimming. It's senior night. You're done. After this, you're done. After this season is done, you're graduating. You're out. My senior night, I played a minute and 2 seconds. I shot a 3, toilet bowl, went around the rim, shot out. I got a foul and got a steal. I'm out the game. That was when I was 17, turning 18 in my senior year. Before that all happened, I knew. I had dreams about it. It consumed me. Words are literally nothing to describe the feelings that I had when it came to the team and everything, right? But fast forward, I'm 18, I'm about to graduate, and that day when I walked out them double doors, I told myself I will never feel like this again. I feel like something is going to create itself for me. That's what I told myself. I told myself something is going to create itself. It's going to manifest itself for me because of who I am, what I've done to people, for people, with people, and for myself. I was in that dark phase. I knew what it was like. Around so many people, but still alone. But I used to view it in a different way, right? So when I turned 18, a couple months later, I graduate. That same night, I graduated in May. In May of 2019, and I'm 18, I had a graduation dinner, came home in my clothes. I had some nice graduation clothes on, haircut and everything. I took all my stuff off, took all that off. I was just in a shirt and my slacks and my shoes. I laid in my bed horizontally. So my bed is like this and I'm laying like this. Lights off, I'm just crying hysterically. In my pillow, I'm crying hysterically. In the time, did I know that this was coming? No. But that was my spiritual awakening. That was my cleanse. Y'all see that? Me crying and releasing all of that energy from that school, from my coach, from that prison, from don't get me wrong, I had a phenomenal time. My junior and senior year were the best times of, besides basketball. But basketball was my first love. I love everything. To this day, I love everything about the game of basketball. Everything. And it just broke my heart. It broke me and my heart to pieces. And I didn't know where the pieces were. So when I graduated, I felt that cleanse. And from that day forward, no exaggeration, from that night forward, I started to put calls into action. I kept training. I didn't know what I was going to do with basketball. I kept training. I kept studying. I was meditating more, reading more, studying more, writing more. And then I got that opportunity. Y'all can watch the video. I got that amazing opportunity to play basketball. Got some offers, traveled all across the country, played against professionals. Best times of my life. Off of me not quitting. Spiritual awakening. What does this have to do with spiritual awakening, JB? I'm about to tell you. The spiritual awakening happens when you least expect it. There has to be no expectations. I know a lot of the energy of the planet is rising, but you guys cannot approach next year like it's your spiritual awakening. When it hits you, it hits you. If y'all ever seen The Matrix, when you get those glasses or you take that red pill, it's over with. It's over with. The life you knew before, it's done. It's over with. It's not you anymore. You cannot agree to that social term that you used to agree with before the red pill. The red pill is the red pill. The blue pill is the blue pill. And that is what happens when you're 18. So, of course, there are a lot of downfalls and a lot of pros. But what I will tell you is it is some of the most refreshing and rejuvenating experiences ever in life, because people are going to see your light. And I know if you look on social media, a lot of people is going to view people, white people, black people as, criminals and racists and all this. But I'm telling you, just because they are your people does not mean they are your people. It's a lot. It's a lot. Just because they are your family does not mean y'all are related. And it's kind of ironic because that's your relatives, right? And relative means close, in proximity, closeness. Y'all not close. They don't really care about you. They don't really ask questions about you, wanting to know how you're doing, what you're getting into, how you think, how you dissect things. They don't care that much. Neither do you. That's okay. Don't fake the funk. That's okay. But your spiritual awakening, you have to know we are spiritual before we are physical. You have to know that. This flesh is only a manifestation of what we envision ourselves before spiritually. You must know that. You must know that. So y'all, it's going to be a journey. If you focus on the results, you are going to study so much. Your brain is going to be moving so fast. You're not going to be able to sleep. You're going to have a lot of cleansing of energy. Your friends won't be your friends no more. Y'all are just going to separate just organically and naturally. You might be heard about it. They might be heard about it. Your relatives might look at you different now. You partake in different things now. You don't celebrate the same thing that y'all used to celebrate. You view birthdays and Christmas and Hanukkah and Thanksgiving differently. Guys, the wool is over your eyes. You now can see. No, excuse me, let me say eye, because that's really how you view things now, from the eye. As they say, the all-seeing eye. It's not a spooky thing. It's not a scary thing. They put it that way, but it is the eye that sees before these eyes. It's the same with your gut, same with your heart, same with your soul. Just think of it as another brain. But when you are going through your spiritual awakening, guys, just know The people you will attract by focusing on yourself, loving yourself, taking care fully of yourself. The people you will meet, the connections you will have, the spark that you will create with people. Oh my goodness. It's priceless. It's priceless. It cannot be bought. You guys, you can't price heart. You can't price the spirit. You can't, like, if somebody wanted to pay me for a talk or for a consultation or for a interview or a speaking session, right? It'll be difficult for me because I'm gonna have to compare other people's prices to me. I'm not them. They're not me. My heart, my integrity, my spirit, it speaks beyond price. It speaks beyond this realm. It speaks beyond money value. You can't buy that. Because if you put it at a high price, he think he better than what he is. He think he all that. He think he okay. But if I drop it down, I'm too accessible. It's a lose-lose, right? But when you focus on yourself, you start to love yourself, you realize, hey, I'm going to do what I need to do so I can do what I want to do. So I'm going to put this price at $10,000. That's going to take care of me, my family, my mortgage, all the bills, responsibilities. That's in order first. And then to help other people because we are givers. We care. We love with all our heart. From the bottom, top, middle, left, right of our hearts. Not just from the bottom of our heart, I thank you. No, from the whole entire heart. And the heart does not look like this, y'all. That's a myth. Anyway, with your spiritual awakening, guys, we are givers. You are a giver. You care. But you see, when your cup gets over flooded with water, what happens? It starts to spill on the floor, spill on the table. That's what we do. Do you know as a man or a woman, if you drink too much water, you can get dehydrated? Do you know that? That's the same thing with life and people. If you consume so much, no shit, you're going to get tired. No shit. You're going to feel depleted of energy. No shit. Why? Because all the years of you lacking knowledge, you cared so much. You had so much empathy. It doesn't go away, but it overflows. So now you care less about the opinions, thoughts, and actions of other people because of how you live, what you do, and what you say. You care less. So you could go anywhere with a green beanie, a pocket hat, a chain, some black sweatpants, and you could feel so rich. But somebody else who still cares about the viewpoint, perspective of other people, guess what they're going to do? They're going to have to put on that bust-down chain, the earrings, a Supreme shirt, a polo, a Moncler jacket, just to feel cool. Because for us, I know we would much rather look broke or look poor, like we struggling, rather than really be broke. That's us, though. That's not the other percentage of the world. They would much rather look rich, but really be broke. Which category do you fall in? You see what I'm saying? Which lane do you fall in? It's levels, y'all. It's levels, man. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. Any indoctrination program that you were given and raised upon, from that time you were born to 17, 18, What truly happens is you lack knowledge. You lack insight. You lack information. So what you do is you only latch on to what you know. To go even further, you only latch on to what other people feel like they know, just to feel included. But you don't know any better. That's what they say, right? You don't know any better. But when you get to a certain age and you really start to dissect and study, nobody can just tell you something and you believe it now. They can't just tell you something and you about to run off with it and make a video about it. No. And this is what happens with religion. This is what happens with division. You see, people were taught a certain thing. They didn't have the awareness, knowledge, and insight to think otherwise. And then on top of that, they had a certain amount of followers and a certain amount of people that was with them to make it be like, yep, you better believe it. Yeah, you heard him, you heard him. So now you don't want to feel left out. So you run with it too. But when you start to really study and really build information, you really start to build knowledge. Spiritually, your soul, your spirit won't let that happen. Your spirit won't let somebody just tell you something. That's like somebody stinking really bad, but they still put on deodorant and they spray cologne over their clothes, thinking that it's going to make their funk go away. You still stink, bro. You still smell like shit. You still stink. And when you're along your spiritual awakening, your senses, oh yeah, I already know. I ain't even about to waste my breath. Stink. I smell some Polo Red, but I smell some body odor for 2 days. That nigga ain't right. Your eyes start twitching. You get headaches because you think it's so much. You can't sleep. Your appetite get less and less. You start to be pacing around. You looking around like, how did we not know this? You get mad like, how did I not know this? Like, this whole entire time I was told this, but it's such a lie. It's still... Yeah. And this is why they breed slaves. They breed employees. They don't breed bosses. They don't breed entrepreneurs, as they say. Why would they do that? Because they need you to fall in line to theirs. Duh. I'm not going to go too far on a tangent, but it's all strategic to them. All y'all who got a job, y'all know if they give you a raise, congratulations. They already did the math on what you do, on what you do on your off days. They already did the math. So that little raise you get, it's going to pay for a little some extra. But don't go too far now. Because if you go too far, then you, the employee, the slave, the worker, is going to feel like you don't need them. But they need you. Without you, their corporation, their business would not be upheld. It would not uphold at all. Y'all know that, right? And this is what they do. They give you just enough to pay your bills, pay your responsibilities, and make you believe this and that. They like you. They care about you. They want to help you. They want to see you win. No, they don't. No, they don't. School, same thing. Why would you not teach us about taxes, tax liens, tax deeds, investments, Roth IRAs, dividends, stocks, how to read a chart, why wouldn't y'all teach that? But guess what? Now everything is on YouTube for how much? Free $99. It's on YouTube, the best university ever, free $99. Study, learn, It's all in front of you. If you are still broke mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, everything, yeah, you most likely gonna die that way. Sad truth, but everything is there for you to digest. Everything is there for you to build and grow. What you will do with that time and that knowledge from your spiritual awakening is solely based on you. And that's a bar. I just said a bar. Solely based on. But I need y'all to stay strong though, because we are the last of a dying breed. We need to come together as a people more. And, you know, your brain, my brain, her brain, his brain, and we need to come together and we need to make a plan, make a master plan. $100 a week we're gonna put into a Cash App account, and in let's say 16 months, we're gonna look at that Cash App account and we are going to buy our real estate property in all of our names. We're going to buy an RV and travel the world. We're going to buy a building and put some merch in there, you know, some shoes, some merch, and we're gonna make a inexpensive way for people to shop, but it's still luxurious items. Yeah. You see how simple I just made that? Really simple. But I need y'all to stay strong. I need y'all to stay focused, laser focus. Focus on the task at hand. The task is to take care of yourself so you can take care of the ones that you love and care about. That's it. It's extremely simple. Just be simple, y'all. Hello. The key of all of this is to learn how to be without self, so you can learn what the self is. Y'all, I could do this all day. It's just really simple. It's in its simplest form. There's no need to overcomplicate, and I know it comes at a amazingly crazy risk and price. You lose your friends. You lose some of your family who you thought was really there for you. You know, they don't want to really hear your ideas because they're too outlandish. They still work a job. They've been there for 20 years, 15 years. They cannot see life outside of not working. They believe in these spooky ass gods, and you know, they believe in having a 401k, being secure, not taking risks. Okay, you have to learn to respect them for their life, because that's their lifestyle. A lot of people's experiences shape them. Don't be mad at them for that. Let it motivate you. Let it motivate you to get your ass up and make something change the world. Y'all see the time? 4:18 a.m. I'm making 3 videos right now. Editing. Because I know 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, and I'm not even focusing on the end result. But I just know my spirit, my voice, my energy, it carries. It's never going to die. It's never going to die. So people are going to go back and watch these videos and be like, yo, he been saying this shit. Man, he been inspiring us, elevating us, motivating us. He been kicking his game. He been helping with everything he been. And you do the same thing. You do the same thing. Do not, and I mean do not half-ass yourself. Do not. Don't half-step with nothing. With this type of you got to be all or nothing, G. You either in or you out. It's us versus them. Whoever them is, don't even worry about it. They're not with us. And the ones who fake like they want to be with us, we got to sniff that. If I don't sniff it, you got to sniff it. If you make the mistake, it's not going to happen to me. If she make the mistake, don't let it happen to us. Come on now. She going to come back and tell us she going to be mad and upset and all this, but we got to use it to motivate us, to climb, to elevate, to rise. I love y'all, man. Take care of yourself.